Hey everybody, it is November 8th, 2008. I am Sonic Sons, and I'm going to talk about something new sci-fi thing you may have heard of called Star Wars. There was recently that guy did that a cappella thing with all the other John Williams songs. It was Star Wars, and that was actually really cool. Though for me, I'd be afraid to get sued. Apparently not, though. You get featured at StarWars.com. Like, oh, okay. Still afraid of those lawsuit thingies. There's been, I'll put it this way, the common wisdom with Star Wars is, for those of you who don't know, which you ought to know, there's 6 Star Wars movies. The first movie was Episode 4, and 5 and 6, which makes the 4th movie Episode 1, and then came 2 and 3. So that makes it the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. And the common wisdom is the original trilogy is just one of the greatest things ever, except maybe some people feel that the special edition totally screwed it up. There's been so much anger about that. It's silly. And the prequel trilogy is total crap compared to the original. That's the common wisdom. Everyone just, like, on forums, they'll just reference it. You don't even argue. It's like, yeah, well, at least it's not like the frickin' prequel trilogy. Something like that, you know? I kind of disagree with this. I think the originals and the prequels are closer in quality than most people think. It doesn't mean they're equal, but look, either the original is not as good as you all say, or the prequels are not as bad as you all say. But I don't see such huge difference. People say, oh, the writing in the prequel trilogy was so wooden. You know, it's so dumb and so, you know, Padme, you are not Sandy, and that is why I love you. Yes, Lucas is not very good with dialogue. You know, he himself has admitted this. But guess what? He also wasn't good at dialogue back during the original trilogy. In fact, if you've ever seen, if you get the Star Wars DVDs, there's an extra DVD with special features. There's a whole full-length documentary on the making of Star Wars called Empire of Dreams. And in that documentary, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, and Mark Hamill. That would have been great if I had forgotten that. Mark Hamill, all 3 of those people come up on camera, and they all criticize the script. And not like just lines that were cut out, and some of them were like really bad that were cut out. But even things that are in there, like, you know, there's Carrie Fisher going, oh, Darth Vader, you know, or Governor Tarkin, I expect you to find you holding Vader's leash. I recognize your foul stench when I was brought on board. And Carrie Fisher's like, what is that? Who talks like that? I bring this up to fans of the originals. Everyone's a fan of the original, including myself. I'm a fan of all of them, really. And I recognize flaws and all that. I bring this up to people, and they're like, no, that doesn't sound that bad. That doesn't sound that, you know, it sounds fine. That perspective, you know. People say, I don't know, the originals had more like action, and the prequels, like, they were all wrapped up in politics. But people saying, like, you know, episode 2 is so much politics. I'm like, right, we start off with, like, you know, an attempted assassination, and then there's, like, another assassination thing with, like, the bug things, and then the chase through the whole thing, and then the shape-shifting guy, and then they go off to Camino, and then there's, like, getting captured, and then there's, like, another fight with the bounty hunter guy, and Camino thingy, and the Dooku, and the execution thingy, and the fight, and the giant battle sequence at the end, and there's not a lot of politics. There were a couple scenes, you know, but, guys, what about, you guys, the original trilogy with the incredible retcon in there? You know, you told me Vader betrayed and murdered my father. I'm pretty well convinced that Lucas actually intended those lines to be true in Episode 4. The more I research this, the more I find that he makes stuff up as he goes along. He's very good at that, you know. But it also means that he has to throw in retcons here and there, like, oh, right, he killed you from a certain point of view, and also, there's apparently a thing where he's your father, and yeah, when we put you into hiding, we kept your same name, and you're on your same planet with your same. You think someone might find you at that point, or something? Wouldn't it be odd, you know, if Vader ever finds out that there's someone named Luke Skywalker there? Huh? My name used to be Skywalker. He's living with my old family, who they're not also the Skywalkers. There's Owen Lars there. So, did Padme have that kid? Anybody? People complain about everyone hates the Ewoks. They'll point that out. Oh, okay. But in general, I don't know, we look over a lot of other problems because it was so groundbreaking at the time, and because we were all younger when we saw it. I, for one, saw the 3 Star Wars movies, one night per movie, 3 nights in a row. It was amazing. I first saw it, and I still love it. But I realized that there are problems, The prequels also had their problems, but they also had some fun. I thought it was cool seeing, fighting Darth Maul and crap, or the, Order 66 and all things, and various other scenes. At least is interesting. People act like there's nothing there, like, oh, frickin' thing, because, well, after so many years, our expectations are so much higher, because so many years we're a bit older now and less enthralled by, good ho adventure. Because it simply changes perspective. I remember coming out of episode 1, and practically everyone I knew seemed to be complaining about it. They came up with even the weirdest complaints. Like, someone told me that Jar Jar was clearly a replacement of Han Solo. It's like, what? It's like, well, Han was funny. I'm like, yeah, but he wasn't an idiot, sort of a thing. Or like the droids are clearly all replacements for the stormtroopers. I'm like, well, how do you expect to have Star Wars without some sort of soldier type thing? It's a war, soldier-ish guys. They're all flawed, but they're all fun. And if you disagree with me, fine. Please, just don't get angry about it. That's Obsessive Fan Syndrome right there, which I did a video about, by the way. It's all good. Thanks for watching. See you later.